All right, let's dive right into today's explainer. Today, we're cracking open an awesome devotional to use as our top secret training manual for new recruits. So, if you're around 10 years old or just young at heart and ready to build a strong, unbeatable mind, you are in the exact right place. We're going to look at how to put on what this devotional calls a kind of golden armor. It's all about self-cultivation, using your time wisely, and learning how to stand incredibly strong.
So I want you to ask yourself a seriously cool question. What would you do if every single minute was made out of actual, shiny gold? Just picture it. Tick. A heavy, solid gold coin drops right into your hand. Tick. There's another one. Would you just leave those lying around in the dirt? Would you throw them away on stuff that just doesn't matter? Of course not. You'd guard them carefully, right? You'd use them for something incredibly important. Well, keep that picture right in the front of your mind, because it's exactly how this devotional wants us to view our time.
Okay, here's our official mission briefing checklist for today's basic training. Number 1, your golden moments. Number 2, training your mind. Number 3, choosing your leader. And number 4, joining God's army. Let's get to it.
Section 1. Your golden moments. The devotional hits us right away with this super powerful instruction. It says, "I would urge upon our youth to regard every moment of time as golden." Basically, it's warning us not to waste our precious time just being silly all day long. You know, like staring at cat videos for 5 hours straight? Don't get me wrong, there is absolutely a time for fun, but the text tells us we need to grasp higher treasures. And that means taking the time you have right now, today, to learn, to grow, and to make your brain super strong. Don't let your mind just fill up with unimportant junk. You're a recruit building your armor, and every single golden moment counts.
Moving right along to Section 2, Training Your Mind.
All right, so now that we're collecting all these golden minutes, we need to talk about self-cultivation. And hey, think of self-cultivation as just training your brain exactly like you'd train a physical muscle at the gym. The devotional actually gives us 3 specific steps to secure heavenly wisdom. Step 1 is faithful endeavor. That means trying your absolute hardest, no slacking and not settling for a low standard. Step 2, watchfulness. You got to pay attention to what you let into your mind, actively blocking out all that unimportant distracting stuff. And step 3 is earnest prayer. When you lock these 3 together, you are literally securing wisdom from above and disciplining your mind to be razor sharp.
But wait, why are we doing all these mental push-ups in the first place? Well, the goal is to rise in character and lead others. Securing this kind of mental advantage isn't just about making yourself look smart or super tough. Actually, the devotional says it's your special privilege to use this self-control and strong character to gain a positive influence over other minds. You literally get to be the one who leads your friends and others in the path of uprightness and holiness. You become a true leader because, well, you've learned to lead yourself first.
Which brings us to Section 3, Choosing Your Leader. You see, mastering yourself actually boils down to choosing who you're going to follow. Let's look at 2 totally different paths here. On one side, we've got my will. Now, that usually just means doing whatever I want whenever I feel like it. It's kind of like deciding to eat nothing but candy for dinner. I mean, sure, it feels awesome for a second, but it almost always ends in a massive stomachache and just total chaos. On the flip side, we have God's will, which the devotional tells us brings perfect harmony and infinite goodness. True self-control actually comes from taking the will of God and making it your own. It's choosing the peace of having God as your counselor instead of dealing with a giant mess of trying to do everything all by yourself.
And when you make that choice, boom, a massive chain reaction kicks off. The devotional lays it out perfectly for us, step by step. First, we submit to Christ. Second, He fills the mind and soul with His Spirit. Third, our thoughts and our aims become totally one with His. It's this beautiful, complete unity. And finally, because of that amazing unity, Satan's control over us is completely broken. He simply doesn't have any power over your mind anymore because you're perfectly synced up with the divine will. Talk about the ultimate unbreakable defense.
All right, final stage. Section 4, Joining God's Army.
The devotional paints this absolutely incredible picture for us here. It says, Christ is our leader, and His followers love to keep step and step with Him. Just close your eyes and imagine a massive, unstoppable army marching in perfect sync. Nobody is confused, nobody's tripping over each other's feet. He speaks, and they obey His voice as one single mind and soul. By training your mind and giving your will over to God, you're actually getting to march right alongside the greatest leader ever known.
But you know what the absolute coolest part about this army is? Nobody forces you to join. Not a single person. The devotional issues this direct challenge. Enlist freely and decidedly. surrender to the one unerring in wisdom. Now, unerring just means a leader who never ever makes a mistake. The author is talking straight to you here, saying the absolute best possible thing you can do is to voluntarily surrender yourself into God's hands. It has to be your choice. You have to be the one who decides to put on that golden armor.
And that brings us right to this super famous verse from Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth. The devotional highlights this for a very specific reason. It's telling you that right now, while you're young, while you're full of energy and have this razor-sharp mind that's just ready to soak up knowledge, this is the exact right time to start. Don't wait until you're old and tired to start training your mind and your character. Do it right now, in the days of your youth, when your moments are the absolute brightest.
The devotional tells us that we should let our names be enrolled in the heavenly records as the chosen and elect of God. And guess what? Those records are open right now. So my final question to you, our newest recruit, is this. Are you ready to treat your time like solid gold? Truly train your mind and enlist with the ultimate leader? The choice is entirely up to you.